Well, congratulations. Could you have pictured a better debut?
No, that pretty much went picture perfect. I wish I would have maybe taken a little less damage and got it done a little bit quicker, but no, overall I'm really, really pleased.
So was there anything that surprised you about your opponent when you went in there?
Yeah, he didn't really back down or tire out as much as I thought he would. He kind of broke up my rhythm. I couldn't really get going with the pressure I normally do in striking, and he was just dangerous the whole time. Even when he was tired, he'd get a little bit desperate and throw a little bit wilder, but they were still powerful, and I had to kind of respect the things that he did well the whole way through the fight until I was able to kind of get my opening.
You know, the fans and the commentary were really confused about who was winning. You know, it was going back and forth. How did you feel? Did you feel like if it had gone to the scorecards, you would have won?
Yeah, you know, I did think I was winning, but I even knew in the fight I wasn't applying enough pressure and output that I needed to, and that wasn't my plan. I wanted to be touching and touching and touching and hitting and wearing them out, but I just struggled to get my rhythm going. I don't know if it was a debut type thing or just a confidence thing with some of my energy. So yeah, I kind of as towards the end of the third round, I even had those thoughts in the fight, like, what am I doing here? I didn't come here to just dance around the octagon for 15 minutes, say I did it. You know, I'm here to win. So I kind of had to grab another gear and get it done.
So going for that finish right there at the end, was that more about getting a finish in your debut, making sure you got a finish at all, or was it that you wanted to make sure that you got that when you didn't want to leave it up to the judges?
I needed that win secured. Yeah, I wasn't confident. You know, my coach gave me the same feedback in between rounds that we didn't know how the first round went, and I wasn't loving how the third round was going. I mean, I felt fine, and it's not like I was in danger, but I wasn't throwing out the output I would have liked to. So I kind of almost put the pressure on myself by not landing as much. It's like, okay, Chad, you put yourself in the spot now where we don't know if we're winning, so what do you want to do? And I kind of really stepped it up another gear and got it done.
So what's next for you? When do you want to get back in there?
Next, for sure, is a nice cold beer and ice my legs up and relax tonight. And then after that, I don't know yet. We'll make a plan with my team, my family, and coaches. And yeah, I kind of want to make sure I take the time to enjoy what we just did, to accomplish the mission today. So let's celebrate it a bit first.
Thank you.
How different was it coming in there tonight with a little bit more crowd than when you came in here for the Contender Series? How different was it for you? Yeah,
actually, I noticed it was different. I could feel it a bit different. And man, it just feels like it's been so long since I fought in front of a crowd. So even just having a few people in there gets the buzz going a little bit more than normal. It was nice.
I know after the Contender Series, this night it probably played out in your head over and over and over. When you go out there, how close was the realization of what played out there to what you were hoping would play out there?
It's very similar. When I really envisioned this going down, this is how I saw it happening. Like I said, I would have been a little bit happier if I did a better performance leading up to the finish. I still don't love my fight that way, but I am happy with the fact I was able to kind of adjust and get it done, and get that victory was one that I've seen in my head a few times, so I'm glad to realize it.
What was the corner talking to you, or what were they saying to you going into that third round that maybe kind of helped give a little fire to kind of push forward?
Yeah, they were saying the things that I already knew. I wasn't putting it on enough. I needed to step on the gas a little bit more, and I could see the fatigue in my opponent. I could feel it in him, but I was just struggling to put the gas pedal down because I don't think I had my regular confidence in my cardio and my conditioning. Just I had some training camp stuff at the end, and I didn't have the same type of confidence. So they just kind of reassured me and told me what I needed to hear. Like, we've been training for months for this fight. Don't sit here and cry about a week not going your way. Like, let's go out there and get the job done. So I was able to.
And if I remember right, going into the TKO that eventually finished him, you hit him once. He took it pretty decently, and then you got a good second follow-up shot that dropped him down. When you landed that solid shot, could you tell at that point that it was almost over?
Yeah, I thought it was over when I hit him with the first shot. Honestly, when I came into him, I kind of thought it was just academics. I'm like, I'm just for the show, touch him a few times. But then I saw him starting to come back, and I was like, oh shit, I actually need to still put this guy away. And then I kind of repositioned into mount and really finished it strong. But yeah, that's the difference. These guys in the UFC, they're not laying down for anybody. I mean, he had a lot of fight left in him until I could, empty the tank. So.
Well, now that you've got the debut under the belt, the wins, and you got the win, looking for the rest of the year, what sort of goals are you setting for yourself in the UFC this year?
The number one goal, and I said it before, but I've even had my debut, is I need to fight well on this contract I have to get signed again. To me, people get signed to the UFC and they fade away or they flake out, and You just didn't accomplish what you wanted to. I didn't want to just make it to the UFC and say, hey, I made it to the UFC. I plan on coming here and doing well. So no matter what it takes, no matter how many wins, good performances, whatever I got to do, I want to make sure that I'm here in the UFC to stay.
How many fights were on the initial contract?
It's 4 fights.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's all performance based, right?
Sure.
I just need to hold up my bargain, and that's come out and fight well and get wins. And so far I am. So
Well, congrats.
thanks. Okay, thanks guys.